Lost my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me. I saw no shadow, I looked around, searched every building and home that I found. I saw no shadow, but felt a glow. The warmth inside me, it kept me afloat. It felt like heaven, it found my bones, gave me comfort when I've been alone. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I would go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend to 20. She left her body and hovered above me.
Hey, g'day. There, so, here it is. One of the fucking hottest days of summer it was earlier. Now it's cooled down. Hey, it was fucking hot, but I went for a walk, too hot for Bruno, he didn't want to come. So I went to the shops, bought some beer. Yeah, I missed the bus today. I was going to go to town, do a shopping, get some gizmos for my computer, so I can put my hard drives on. And, yeah, no, I missed the bus. I didn't get any sleep last night. I just had one of them nights where you don't sleep. And I ended up taking a Valium at 4 a.m. And by the time I got up for the bus, I just was fucked. So, yeah, I rang him and said, no, I won't be able to make it today. I just, not up, Anyway, at least I got out, did shit, and did a lot of washing, a couple of loads of washing. Flooded the shed. I had the hose. I was going to do the dishes. Then I started to wash my clothes instead. And I've got this hose that goes into the sink. And I didn't have the hose in the sink. So the whole shed's flooded with water now. And, I've got the door open. Well, I've had it open all day because it's so hot. And, yeah, the breeze will dry it out. It'll be dry by about midnight. The flood will be gone. Yeah, so, fuck. What a year. What a fucked up year last year was. Anyway, yeah, so, what was I going to talk about? I don't know. I was going to have a movie night, then I thought maybe not. See if anyone turns up. What else? Look, I don't know if anyone's heard of A Call for an Uprising. I've been watching for about 10 years now. He keeps getting, he's just had 4 channels terminated. And I was just looking at a video by one of the people who actually got him terminated. Oh, fuck, it's funny. He upset a few people in the community, but first, we still added to stage here. Right. Yeah, check out this chick.
Enough.
Right. Are we there? No. Here we are. This is actually what this chick says is exactly how I feel lately. The last 109 days.
Enough is enough.
I just watched a video of a little girl about the same exact age as my daughter splayed out on a dirty hospital floor while doctors tried to save her life but couldn't, and she took her last breaths. I watched her mother grieve over her body, trying to lift her little head and give her a kiss. If you are a parent and you do not see your children in every single one of those kids, I can't help you. And that is why I don't waste a single fucking moment arguing, debating, giving civil debate to the
No,
people
I
who are
haven't either.
supporting this. Why?
I will
Because
not
at this point,
bother
I
debating
hate
this
you.
shit.
At this point, the Israel is irredeemable. And at this point, I'm ready to spend every single waking moment of my fucking life to make sure that Palestine is free. Enough. Enough is enough. I just watched a video of a little girl about the same exact age as my daughter splayed out on a dirty hospital floor while doctors tried to save her life but couldn't, and she took her last breaths. I watched her mother grieve over her body, trying to lift her little head and give her a kiss. If you are a parent and you do not see your children in every single one of those kids, I can't help you. And that is why I don't waste a single fucking moment arguing, debating, giving civil debate to the people who are supporting this. Why? Because at this point, I hate you. At this point, the Israel is irredeemable. And at this point, I'm ready to spend every single waking moment of my fucking life to make sure that Palestine is.
Nah, it's just, I'm not into the politics of it. I just look at the statistics of it, and fuck, I'm all for human rights. I'm all for babies and children and young people being just murdered. Fuck. Just slaughtered, snipe it whenever they fucking feel like it. Oh, hey, let's have a go at this bunch. Anyway, I wasn't going to go down that street. I was going to try and keep it happy. So, we'll go to history. Yes. Right, here's a call for an uprising. I've been watching for years.
I had this on my list of articles that I wanted to cover because I like to cover these articles because it's the truth in plain sight. And of course, the zombies out there see articles like this and they literally believe the narrative that's being fed to them. And the title of the article is, "What is a Mass Extinction? And why do scientists think we're in the middle of one?" Now, I couldn't possibly imagine why anybody would think that we're in the middle of a mass genocide. I mean, extinction. Could anybody actually think of what could be going on? Why we would think that the human race would possibly be going extinct? Now, I love how the article starts off with, "What is a mass extinction?" Because obviously anybody who's brainwashed by an article like this probably doesn't even know what the word extinction means. But little do they know, as they continue to listen to the mainstream media and to our government, well, they'll find out what extinction means real fast. Now, before I go into this article and the ridiculous garbage in it, I want everybody to know that I have 2 other channels linked below. Barely anybody has subscribed to those channels. I'm not going to give a guilt trip on it. I'd appreciate it if you subscribe to those channels now if you haven't yet. I'm trying to prepare backup channels because we all know, okay, this isn't like a hypothetical, like, hey, in the event that my channel gets terminated, I have extra ones. So make sure you subscribe. And everybody goes, yeah, you won't get terminated. It doesn't really need extra channels. We all know that I need extra channels. In fact, I should have 15 channels on standby. But as of right now, I have 2 extra channels. That's it, 2. So please take the time out of your day and subscribe to those channels for me now. Because, there's a lot of people out there who are looking for my content. They type in the name of the channel they think that I am, but they can't find me because I constantly have to make new names up so that I can actually speak freely on platforms like this. So don't be one of those people that's looking for me and can't find me, because I give you ample opportunities to find me. And all you have to do is click on the links below and subscribe. Then you don't have to worry for the time being about where I am. And don't worry about the content that's over there, but I highly recommend some of them. If you need a laugh, you should check out, because some of them are kind of funny. Other ones, not so much. But anyway, they're linked below. So CNN releases an article about a mass extinction. Now, for those of you that have followed my work over the last couple of years, specifically even in the last year, I've been talking about the 6th mass extinction. They have been pushing this narrative through propaganda shows like 60 Minutes, etc., convincing people out there that we're on the cusp of a mass extinction. Now, we could all look at it and say, well, clearly we are on the cusp of one, because people are openly and willingly poisoning themselves. So, yeah, I mean, we can obviously see that a lot of the population is suddenly having what they call adult sudden death syndrome, amongst many other things, right? But they're also playing this narrative with mass extinction to try to cover up for why so many people are dropping dead. Of course, they're trying to blame it on the climate. Now, for those of you out there that are new to all this stuff, I've talked about it for years. It seems like the boring topic for people is climate change. It sounds boring. We hear conservatives and the alt-right media just call it a climate cult without going into detail about the carbon tax and the carbon footprint and what human enslavement looks like in the year 2030. Okay, I break that down very clearly. We could start with just basic mind control terms like you can't control the weather. Well, if you're new to this, guess what? You can control the weather. Yeah, surprise, surprise. All one has to do is look up in the sky and see those planes flying above that have those trails behind them. I don't need to give you a deep, detailed description of what that is. But guess what? It ain't water vapor. Okay, it's called geoengineering. You could look into Vietnam, Operation Popeye. You could see that in war, our governments have been using geoengineering, creating monsoons, et cetera, manipulating the weather for a long period of time. See, they don't want you to know that or realize that, because the government is now using that same warfare against civilians all around the earth. So while there might be some changes in the climate, what they're specifically doing is making it difficult for people to grow crops, poisoning the crops from the sky, obviously poisoning humans from the sky. And on top of that, we know that they're shielding the sun, which is done by design. And of course, causing some of these catastrophes that are occurring. Now, I've talked about honeypots like Florida, which they have used weaponized weather before. A lot of the documentaries I posted, even from Disney, talking about in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, how the government had the ability to take storms and veer them away from targets. So in other words, if a hurricane was coming into Florida, they already had the technology then to create, push it off to sea, right? That's what they told us. But of course, why would people want to, why would anybody ever research that? Because the government goes, oh, right, we did say that, but, it didn't work out. Oh, it didn't work out because, of course, they decided to use that technology against us so they could herd people, wipe out territories that they want to wipe out. And everybody goes, well, you can't control the weather, because that saying and slogan has been beaten into their heads. Meanwhile, when we talk about things like geoengineering, they want to believe that it's water vapor, even though if you look up at the sky in the beginning of the day, most of the time, you actually have blue skies. A couple of those planes fly above, you have haze skies the rest of the day. But nobody pays attention, because instead of looking up, they're looking down at their phones, right? Then, of course, you can look at things like HARP. And what do people think that is? Just a bunch of giant antennas out there? What are they trying to get an antenna feed so they can watch their old TV, their old, you know what I mean, 1960 television? I mean, a bunch of antennas there. They're shooting rays into the ionosphere, off of the firmament, I should say. And then, of course, everybody goes, well, what are they doing? Oh, that's above my pay grade. I don't know, right? Or you could look into one Tesla and the earthquake machine. So anyway, my point being is that they want to blame a mass extinction on many other things, not the obvious elephant in the room, which of course is what's going on around us, with people literally might as well, but between putting the poison in your body that they're telling you that you need, that doesn't do anything for you, you might as well call Jack Kevorkian, because you probably have a better chance of survival with Jack Kevorkian. Now, I know he's passed, but I mean, we have modern day Jack Kevorkians. Just go up to Canada and call up Prime Minister Trudeau. I mean, countries are legalizing, actually helping citizens commit suicide, assisted suicide. So you would think, you would think people would be suspicious when your government is assisting in suicide. And then, of course, they're flat out giving you poison so that you could do it yourself. But nobody connects the dots with that stuff. So this article from CNN is from last month. And again, they're bringing attention to a mass extinction. And these idiots out there, whatever they hear, if the word scientist is involved, except when it comes to what is a man and what is a woman, that's, with that, that's probably the most basic science based on chromosomes, based on common sense, based on a 3-year-old could tell you what a boy and a girl is. But in our society today, that's not science anymore. What science is is whatever we say. So science says you can talk and you can't talk, because if you agree with us, you trust the science. If you don't trust the science, and you're a crazy conspiracy kook, right? So this says no species lasts forever. Extinction is a part of the evolution of life. But at least 5 times, a biological catastrophe has engulfed the planet, killing off the vast majority of species from water and land over a relatively short geological interval. Well, what they're referencing there is the key term to look at is biological catastrophe, right? And I'm not talking about any type of bioweapon that people believe actually existed in the sky. I'm talking about the one that was shedding out of people's skin. Yeah, catch my drift there? The most famous of these mass extinction events, this is pretty funny, when an asteroid slammed into the Earth 66 million years ago. Of course, we have 66. Is it 66 million years ago every year? It probably is. Next year it'll be 33 million. Look back to 66 because they make it up. They make up the science. Yeah, were we here 66 million years ago? I highly doubt it, according to the Bible. But, they like to believe we're here for trillions of years and we've gone through all this stuff. Of course, we all know all the nonsense they spew, all the history they tell us, all the lies. It's nothing but lies upon lies, whether it's dinosaurs to space, whatever. Okay, it goes on to say many researchers argue we're in the middle of the 6th mass extinction, and I can't argue with that, caused not by a city-sized space rock, but by the overgrowth and transformative behavior of a single species, humans. That's right, humans. Humans have destroyed habitats and unleashed a climate crisis. Right. So just for common sense for the kids out there who hear all this stuff about climate change, they probably hear their idiot friends spewing the same stuff, because what they don't realize is they're on autopilot. So it just goes in one ear and it comes out their mouth. Sometimes it comes out their butt, because it pretty much is one and the same when they're regurgitating the mainstream media's narrative. So they don't even realize that the carbon that they're talking about, the carbon crisis, the carbon emission, is you. Because most people don't even realize that humans are carbon-based life forms. So the carbon they want to get rid of, the carbon they want to limit, is human beings. And they're actually convincing people, just like, which is also part of the Georgia Guidestones, wiping those off the face of the earth, because I know for a fact that obviously there was a time capsule under it, and not for a fact as if I know somebody who knows, but there was a time capsule under there. They put time capsules under all this stuff. This is how this has continued to live on when there wasn't even media around, just newspapers. It lives on through time capsules and other things. They communicate with each other. So they blew that up by design. The government blew it up by design for the time capsule, but also they didn't want people to see that 500 million people thing, because then they'd be looking around going, wait a minute. Well, I'm more people than that on the earth. Wait a minute. There's like 8 billion, 9 billion people, and we got to get to 500 million. How the heck are we going to do that? Well, I don't know. How about psychologically convince people to poison themselves? That's a pretty good start. Right? And then on top of it, of course, when you start convincing people that humans are destroying the earth, so humans need to go, and these idiots are literally agreeing with it, going, you know what? 1 degree Celsius, humans got to go. Nobody goes back and looks at the fact that they used to call it an ice age was coming with climate change. Then they say global warming. So they go back and forth. And of course, the mainstream media does the same thing, even just recently with how, we've had just a total freeze in America the last couple of weeks, and they had to come out and deflect on global warming because they thought people were getting suspicious about why it was so cold. They also didn't want people to realize that their electric vehicles weren't starting in the cold. So that was something they didn't want out there either, because most of these idiots who go and get electric vehicles, and no offense if you have one, but I mean, I can look at myself plenty of times in my life and say I was an idiot. Okay, that's one of those moments where this isn't about being sensitive. I mean, that's an idiotic move to get to get an electric vehicle. Okay, it's not only is it stupid because it's part of the New World Order agenda. It's stupid because they suck. They don't work in cold weather, and well, if you want to be a slave to these people, feel free. But anyway, this isn't about insulting anyone. Let's just be real. Let's go back to the article here. Many researchers argue we're in the middle of the 6th extinction, again caused by humans. Calculations in a recent study published in the journal PNAS, might as well be PNAS, it says, might as well be PENIS. Anyway, have suggested that groups of related animal species are disappearing at a rate 35% times higher than the normally expected rate. So animal species are disappearing at a 35% increase. Now, are they talking about human animals, or you know what I mean? I mean, whatever, right? I wonder how it's, oh, right, the climate, duh, right? And while every mass extinction has winners and losers, there's no real reason to assume that human beings in this case would be among the survivors. So has anyone noticed the theme here? with how humans are bad. Everybody's grown cold, like the Bible talks about. People will grow cold. We could see how cold people are growing from one another. I mean, I try every day to fight feeling cold towards other people because of what I see, but I try to remind myself that these people are completely under mind control, which is why I continue to try to fight here on YouTube to snap them out of it. I feel like I'm in the hive here. You know, I'm in the middle of the hive mind of YouTube, which is all liberal propaganda, trying and of course conservative too, because they allow the hive-minded Republicans and Democrats to speak on this platform, but nobody who's a quote unquote conspiracy nut. But I feel like I'm in the middle, like I'm infiltrating a place where there's tons of people who are under severe mind control. And I just want to pull them out of it and get them to start critically thinking again, peel the layers off of the defense walls that they've put up through all the trauma. It's literally like a form of trauma-based mind control that they put people under. So they're under a psychosis. You got to just peel the layers off with an onion peeler or whatever, some type of peeler. Literally, you need to put people through like wood chippers to get this stuff off of them. That's how deep the mind control. So that's why I continue here. And I'm not sitting on BitChute or somewhere because everybody over there already knows what's going on, right? Isn't the whole goal to bring other people to truth, to wake them up? So I feel like I'm like in the middle here. I'm infiltrating, which again, the way things are going, if you're anyone out there listening, if you're like me, we're going to have to infiltrate their systems because even if it gets divided into a conservative and democratic, states, all of us should know by now that the conservative side is compromised too. So we're going to have like little factions inside of there and infiltrate and try to get around everything. So there's really no hope for any of us because we're not allowed to have a voice. That's the point. That you have the right-wing voice or the left-wing voice, but you can't have a voice that actually exposes both of them as being compromised. That's dangerous to them. So while there's winners and losers in a mass extinction, I don't know who the winners are. It says every mass extinction has winners. Oh, right. The winners are the global elites, as they like to call themselves, right? Because they don't have to deal with peasants anymore or the goyim. I mean, let's be real. Let's use the real terminology here of who these global elites are, right? They refer to us as goyim, okay? Anyone get it yet? Yeah, I think a lot of you do, obviously. So they're the winners. The losers is everyone else. And, of course, the human beings would not be among the survivors. So they've also told us they want to replace us with technology. They've also told us that, we've heard Yuval Harari, that scum of the earth I've exposed many times over. Everybody has at this point, openly talk about, of course, another Hershey highway rider, another guy who openly talks about what's the point of humans anymore? What's the point of humans? We don't need humans anymore because they don't need us anymore. Well, guess what? We don't need them. And in fact, if people get sucked out of this hive mind of Republican conservative, because those are the people we're all going to get stuck with, these MAGAs who obviously have an understanding, but don't even realize they're not awake. They're into Q. They're into all these little group factions that the CIA has created to still keep them in a hive mind. Yeah, they get a little bit of truth, but then instead of a real revolution, like I keep saying, everybody's investing in these plants who have been placed there so that people follow these fake leaders right off the cliff. And that's what's going to end up happening. So they're talking about a mass extinction, right? Everybody listening, as the article goes on to talk about, asteroids killing dinosaurs, all the fake crap. People who are like recently waking up and like, oh yeah, I can't trust anything they say. It's not like this is new. I mean, they've been lying to us forever, Like I could just throw this in here now. It's going to do a video on the website, probably still will. You got Elon Musk over visiting those camps with Ben Shapiro. You don't see the herding mechanism there of why he's even over there doing that? And Ben Shapiro's role as the alt-right media? Because they have to continue to garner support. So they're leading people to support a certain group. Certain group, of course, is the exact people responsible. So I can't go into more detail about that. But we're talking about a mass extinction, right? We're normalizing the term because this is about the millionth time they brought attention to a mass extinction. The problem is that people out there don't realize what's going on and they listen to stuff and think it's real. So when I say, hey, you're seeing stuff now, you're saying that's fake news. What do you think? They just started this fake news? You don't think all the crap we learned in school is a fake indoctrination? Space and history. What, you don't think they manipulated it? Of course they did. They manipulate everything. Truth in this world is in the Bible. Anywhere there is a problem with that, don't listen to the channel. It's the truth. The only truth in this world, like the Bible even tells us, is in the Bible. If you actually read the Bible, you'll see prophecy not only being fulfilled, but you can see all the stuff that I expose and talk about here, all the wickedness. The Bible's filled with discussing wickedness. Most people listen to me and they're like, man, this guy's just talking. Come on, read the good word. It's like, yeah, well, okay, there's a lot of obviously good stuff in the Bible. Positive, everything's good. But there's a lot of negative stuff, A lot of prophecies where God's revealing the wickedness, the evil. You know, we could look at Ezekiel. I mean, we could go through all this stuff, over and over and over again. Even, I don't hear many preachers talk about, they only call the end time prophecy guys, right? They talk about the book of Revelation, but one could just look at that and see what's going on now. So obviously this goes on throughout the Bible. It's the only truth in the world is the Bible. All the stuff they've ever told us is a lie. So them to come out and even try to compare what's going on now to other time periods, like it's normal for people to die because extinctions have happened. Yeah, it's normal for people to die when they poison themselves, which is, what we just saw occur. So that'll continue on, of course, as, the next X is released upon us. And that video on the treaty that just is about to get signed, which of course is getting signed. Let's be real. Trying to pretend like, it's a debate about the treaty. The treaty's been signed for a long time. It's about announcing to everyone out there that it's signed so that they're not so overreactive to the news of it, right? Once it's signed, once it's in place, which it already is, once people know, then they're just like not suspicious because they're not suspicious of anything. And that's why the two things I always talk about are key mind controls: repetition and desensitizing people. You do both, and then you look and see where I just re-uploaded tons of videos on the website from years ago, and I have tons more to put up. And I look at one of them, and it was like something about "I'm so embarrassed to be alive" or something was the title. And I'm looking at the video, and I'm seeing like just some of the stuff about trans. And at that time, this is like 6 years ago, and it blows my mind that at that time, because I guarantee if I put that video up now, everyone would go, "What's the big deal?" They'd be like, "Oh yeah, it's been going on for years now. Get over it." Because that's what desensitizing does. They just tell you this. What do you think they're doing right now with that island? They're normalizing it. I keep telling everyone that. I've been saying it for years. They're normalizing it because by exposing these things and nothing being done, no one being arrested, it just makes people shrug their shoulders and it normalizes it. And it's going to continue that way as long as civilians don't rise up against this. And they're doing everything they can to prevent that. And they obviously have the mechanisms in place because these people are the key. They're the gatekeepers to mind control. They know all the keys, all the intricate details. This whole thing is their game. We're in the middle of their maze, even being on the internet. Okay. And for anyone out there to think that independently, someone like Donald Trump is going to save them from this stuff, that he's not one of them, you're out of your mind. And the problem is more so that people don't want to believe that because they don't want to face the reality. And they're like, well, what's your solution to it? The solution is the people need to get together and they need to come out of the first wave here that comes. And they don't need to fall for the trap because there's a lot of traps in place for people to get seduced, lured, and herded naturally because like sheep, the majority of people out there are sheeple and they will be herded because the media continues to control them and everyone needs to break away from it. Again, if you didn't subscribe earlier to my backup channel, please do it now for me. I would really appreciate it if everybody subbed. There's only about 8,000 people there. This channel has 20,000. I was hoping to have about 15,000 over there. It just makes me feel, I just need people there if you still want my content. That's it. It's as simple as that. Because otherwise, I'm just going to get to a point where I'm like, all right, it's over and I'm done. So please do that if you haven't yet. Otherwise, if you really don't want to and you're just listening because you have nothing to do, perfectly understandable. I don't take it personal. But if you don't know or you heard it and you're like, yeah, I'll get around to it, now's the time to do it. Okay? I'd appreciate it. Thank everybody for being here. Hope you're all well. God bless you as always and your families.
Yeah, so no, he's been. Oh God, I've never known anyone who's had more channels banned than a call for an uprising. He's got the record as far as the YouTubers I know. Besides myself, God, at least 7 or 8 channels terminated. But, I talk a lot more carefully now. I don't ever criticise the government or, the pharmaceutical companies or the chemtrails. Okay, here we are, 35 minutes in. 2 people watching earlier. They left because they obviously didn't like a call for an uprising. Oh, I was going to show this video he did. Like, you can't find it. It was terminated, but he did a channel. He only got to do 3 videos. It was called A Call for Glitter Kittens. It's fucking hilarious. Oh, fuck, I loved it. I should have copied it at the time. I thought I was waiting for his 4th video. I go, oh, no. Anyway, I found a guy who got very, he's a real call for an uprising hater. I mean, but this guy's hilarious too, you know, like call for an uprising is funny as fuck, but there you get this LGBTQ guy doing a video about him. That's the only way I can find any content of a call for an kitty glitter kittens. Anyway, I don't know why I find this funny, but yeah. It's not. The gay guy is getting so butthurt. He did a 31 video about it. Then he did another video. There's a part 2 to this as well. But anyway, I'll go back. Right. Yeah.
I don't have shit for subs. I've only got like 610 now, I think.
Yeah.
It's not a lot. It's not a lot. I don't have a big fucking ego like people who hide their subs. But together we can make a difference.
Anyway, we'll go to the start.
There.
Funny as fuck.
It's a nice base. Let's give it the rest of that.
He gets pretty drunk.
What is this? Cucumber vodka.
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
Why not? Just a little dab will do you.
Yeah, I'm not putting shit on this guy. I think he's very funny
Then,
because I love people
But
who
then-
overreact. I'm used to people who overreact. They go, "Oh, okay, no, don't be angry. Stop talking loud." I'll go,
and
"No,
now
talking expressively, idiot."
we have a Calypso tea.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see if we can turn it into an Eclipso tea. Today is going to be a different kind of show, people. And I can tell you this. Panda's about to get pissed.
Oh, that's hilarious for a start. Just just the intro. Ooh, we got the fist power, the black power, but it's rainbow. Oh, panda. I mean, God, you know what the panda means in the conspiracy world. Anyway, this guy just cracked me up. He's funny as fuck, and so is a call for an uprising. But anyway, let's go on.
So, how does the drink taste? Well, let's see. Honestly, it's kind of gross. All right, so hold on a second. This is a really important video that we're about to do here. Now, as some of you may or may not know, because there's been a lot of new people that have joined, we went after Richie from Boston. And there were a number of reasons that we went after him. One of the reasons was because he was blatantly racist against Jewish people. He's extremely homophobic and transphobic, saying horrible.
Okay. Right, I just gotta come in here. Richie from Boston. Oh my God. I used to watch the guy for a laugh. He cracked me up. He was always on a mission in his big monster truck, and I'm gonna go here and help this person. Fucking hilarious, and everything Richie has to say is just stuff he's heard anyway. I mean, we all do that. We just repeat stuff we heard, but people look at him like he's the the devolver of all this new information, and all he is spouting whatever else any of us have heard. But But anyway, I used to follow Richie because he's into chemtrails, so was I, and then I followed this other chick. No, not that Richie's a chick. I followed this chick, Rachel Reed Street, got to know her and everything. Nice lady. She started to make it in, Hollywood, California, doing shows like Animal Planet. But anyway, she's pretty down to earth and funny. A lot of people know her that I know. But anyway, Rachel spoke out about chemtrails, and she got set up. This doctor said, "Oh yes, there's a new thing out now called chemtrail lung," and it wasn't actually a term. He just made it up, and he did sort of make it look silly in the end because he's just one doctor who's. Anyway, Richie from Boston called her out and threw her totally under the bus, and yet he'd been praising her on his channel. So when Richie threw Rachel under the bus, yeah, he lost me. I go, you can't, I understand Rachel, I get where she's at, she's genuine, but, Richie's just, he's all about. But anyway, I just thought I'd mention that, Richie used to have a bathroom business, right? Where him and his team would go in, like one other guy, and they'd fix your bath and they'd paint it with this special thinner-based porcelain paint. And yeah, he had to go back on many jobs and fix those baths because the paint started falling off. And you know what? I'm not even going to criticize him for that because my dad did the same thing. We're all painters in my family. And yeah, people would ask if he could paint the bath, and he'd do it. And first time he did it, he bought all the stuff you meant to do it with and cleaned it. And then, a couple of weeks later, the paint's peeling off, and he'd have to go back there and trying to figure out why the fuck that's happening. They said it'd be fine, and yeah, it was just bodgy paint, actually. That claims that it's good enough for ceramic baths or cast iron. Yeah, so a lot of painters got fucked over back then by this pretend paint that was meant to be good for baths. So I saw where he got caught into that, and he had to go back, and people are putting shit on Richie from Boston for doing bodgy jobs, But I did review the vids, and he did go back and fix all the baths that fucked up. to the best he could, you know. So I sort of get, you know, I sympathise with him in that part of his life, but yeah, the rest of it, yeah, Richie, go fuck yourself, you fucking egotistical maniac. Always on a fucking mission and putting shit on other tubers. Yeah, so anyway, this guy's putting shit on Richie from Boston. This is some gay LGBTQ SR, I don't know.
Things about the gay community and misinformation about how viruses are spread. That's why we went after him. Well, there's a new troubled individual on YouTube, and I'm going to give you a little bit of backstory. Okay, I've known about this person for a while, but I don't always watch his videos, and a lot of times I don't watch them.
He's not new. He's been on for over 10 years. Anyway.
I've known about him for 6 months or so. He claims to be a Christian, and I do give credit where credit is due. Let there be no lies between us. I've gone on record and said, Richie from Boston's other channel, Jailbreak Overlander, it's a good channel. I don't have a problem with that channel. I actually enjoy the content.
Richie's never had a day.
Individual,
what the fuck?
as I had not paid much attention to him in the past, a little here and there.
I'll show a bit of that in a minute.
He started a new channel, and I credit to where it's due. It's quite clever.
Yeah.
His angle. He decided that he's just going to talk about whatever is trending. So you go to YouTube trending, and it's glitter and cats and singing and makeup tutorials and gaming. And he's going to talk, and LGBTQ. That's also something that's trending. And this is an extremely problematic video. And I'm going after this guy. Now, this guy, he doesn't show his face. Clever guy. It's going to be real hard to make an avatar out of him.
You don't.
But
either.
We're going full force on this fucking channel. And I'm going to show you why.
He got the channel taken down.
I would like...
I got the channel taken down.
Let's have another drink, because we're about to start the show, and...
These are the people who get your channel.
Panda's about to get fucking pissed.
They get triggered because they're watching a channel that's meant to get you triggered, you know. Hello, Bruno.
Stop it. What's going on? Seriously? Technology and me, it's...
There's Bruno. We'll let him talk.
So you think this stuff is rigged, people? It's not. Why is it doing this? I don't understand. Oh, it's because I put my phone on it. I'm so stupid.
He's at a kangaroo toe.
Hey, stop.
Hang on. I'll stop this crazy guy. I forgot what he's called.
Oh, my fucking God.
Baby boy. Give me kisses. Oh, we love the kangaroo tail. Aye. Aye, buddy. It's just you and me in the world now, eh? You lost Danny last year. You missed Danny so much, didn't you, buddy? Aye. Yeah, she died on an island. When I buried her, Bruno kept lying on her grave. Dancing on her grave, weren't you, buddy? Oh, you missed us so much. The issues with the dog. But yeah, we miss Annie. Miss us so much. But I want you to get to know other dogs, eh? All these people said they'd introduce their dog to you and they never come around. All these promises on the notice board, yeah. You know, you let your yes mean yes, and your no mean no. You say you're going to come around and introduce your dogs to my dog, come around, but 5 people did that. And they never fucking come around, you know. But anyway, I digress. As Richie from Boston would say, anyway, I digress. Subscribe or don't.
Yeah, I'm not even going to edit this. I don't understand. What's going on?
You're a bit drunk, mate, that's all.
You see this?
Righto.
And y'all want to call me fucking crazy and say that I'm fucking paranoid. You know what? That's all right. We'll close that fucking window.
Hey everybody, welcome to today's show. This is a call for Glitter Kittens, your newest YouTube personality, and I'm gonna become YouTube famous by doing all the things that YouTube loves and promotes, like singing and cats. Oh, you just love cats. And I'm so glad that people found my channel, because it looks like I have some people now listening. So we're going to do all sorts of fun stuff here on my channel, because this is about love and acceptance. And I don't want any mean people here. So if you are a hating, bigot person, get out of here. This is about love and tolerance and promoting all great things and the LGB and everything else, because that's who I am, and those are my friends, like Hannah and everyone else out there. So let's.
You clearly see the first mocking, and while it's not that bad, I mean, we get where he's going, and I totally support a person's right to comedy. You see, comedy is very important, and sometimes comedy is offensive. I guess maybe this is considered comedy. We'll see how funny you people think it is.
Let's start. I have so many things planned for today's show. I'm going to sing a special song. You're going to hear cats sing. There might even be a cat birthday. And I am going to introduce you to a special friend of mine named Stanley, who also is just like me, and he's a part of the Owl Baby community. Wears diapers. Well, I'll get into that later. All right, let's start with a makeup tutorial. Who's ready? Come on. All right, so my friend Lucas asked me, he said he wanted to be transformed into a beautiful woman. And I accept and respect this decision that he's making, because he's allowed to. There's nothing wrong with this. So I gave him a makeup tutorial out. Let me guys know what you think. Ready? Drum roll. This is the before. Here he is. He's sitting out there in the middle of the field. You know, they used to say if you sit in grass, you might get diarrhea. Grass. All right, here he is. What do you think? Doesn't he look beautiful now? I might have went a little.
He wants to be transformed into a woman. Doesn't he look beautiful now?
on some of the makeup. Not really, though. I learned from James Charles. The more you look like a clown, the prettier you can be. So
So men in your mind that transform into women, the more they look like a clown, the prettier they are. Okay. All right. It's just a joke, though. It's just a joke. Come on. It's just a joke. I mean, surely Panda has a fucking sense of humor.
that's my big makeup tutorial for this week. That's Lucas. Okay. Wait, what do I hear? What is that? I think it's a... Oh, I just got passed a note. My cat passed me a letter. It says they have a very special cat birthday this week. Oh, that's exciting. Whose birthday is it? Let me see. It's Daffodil. Oh, happy birthday, Daffodil. Come on, let's sing her a happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Did you just feel a little piece of your soul just get whittled away?
Yeah, when I saw your face.
I messed
What
up
is
this
that?
thing.
Angry Panda.
Oh no. What happened? Skip to the next video.
You're a bit drunk.
Come on. I got it queued back up. All right. That was pretty bizarre, right? Even for this channel? I mean...
Not as bizarre as that mask.
Come
Hey,
on.
everybody. Welcome to today's show. This
Oh
is
my
a call
God.
for Glitter Kittens, your newest YouTube personality. And I'm going to become YouTube famous by doing all the things that YouTube loves.
I just want to say, just the psychology of this guy I've observed is he actually loves being pissed off by a call. I reckon he really finds it entertaining without realising it. I watch channels, I watch Avi Yamini just because I can't stand him, and I just want to see what ridiculous bullshit he's saying, but it's sort of like some things you do like to watch because you like to get fucking angry about it and annoyed, and what the audacity. The audacity. And this is why I find this guy so funny, because he's
Isn't that great? Is there anything better than cats? Right? Or what about when cats sing? I found this video on YouTube. This is really cool. He's singing the song from that famous Weekend guy. Listen up.
Panda approves of this part.
so Panda like this.
It's interesting, you know?
Yeah, I've played in my videos.
You end up having a video that
It is. It's funny.
I absolutely hate and I love at the same time. Look at that.
Those videos are hilarious. I love it.
Get the laughs out now, Panda, because it's about to become a fucking shit show.
The guy hates his cattle, but he could love this one.
Isn't that fun and special? This is what YouTube promotes. This is gonna keep us all smart and educated and happy. It's like having a lobotomy listening to this channel, huh? That's what it's like going through YouTube trending. Oh, I gotta be careful what I say. You know, anyone against this video. Anyway, okay, before I sing, which is gonna be very special, because hold on, you want to hear me sing. I want to introduce you to my friend. His name's Stanley.
Temperature's
This
rising.
is beautiful.
Stanley
A beautiful
actually
story.
he's special because he's an adult baby and he doesn't have to go to work. He gets to live off of taxpayers' money. That's right, because that's what our government gives money to. And he's an adult baby, so he sleeps. He's a great life. He wears a diaper. He poopies his pants. He has a crib. He gets fed out of a bottle. And take a look.
I think about acting like a baby every day. For me, it's a big part of my life. It's something you can go to bed doing. I like to have a bottle each night when I go to bed, and gotta have my pacifier.
Stanley might be 31 years old, but for the past 18 years,
He just
he has
loves
gone
to
to
shit
remarkable
himself.
lengths to remain young at heart. Very young.
An adult baby is somebody who gets satisfaction by dressing or acting as a baby. I either like to put on my crib toys or my mobile and let them play as I fall asleep.
And he doesn't just talk the baby talk. He dedicates 8 hours a day role-playing as a toddler.
I really enjoy it. It makes you feel like a kid. High chair, I wanted to get one for a long time. The ones online are a couple $1,000s, and I couldn't afford that kind of thing, so I made something that was simple with few tools that I had.
Today, Stanley eats all of his meals in his high chair, and he has a serious taste for kid cuisine.
I'll be hosing him down with
I like to have my meals, eat something and watch cartoons. Just kind of have fun.
You want to shit
He
yourself,
sleeps
mate?
and eats like a baby. But his greatest tribute to the infant lifestyle is something he keeps under wraps. Though technically he's fully toilet trained, Stanley sports a diaper every day.
When I was 13, I started having bedwetting problems and started using diapers.
Yeah, Panda, what's
I
that
like to keep my
bomb?
diapers close to my crib so it's easy to change.
But toddler diapers
Gotta put
aren't
some
exactly
tobacco
for
in
an
it.
active grown-up lifestyle, so he had to get
Yeah,
creative,
bomb.
combining
Very
adult-sized
harsh,
diapers
this
with a
guy.
baby diaper to make it more absorbent.
They can go up to between 8 and 10
Stanley.
hours without needing a change. I kind of have mixed feelings when it comes to the diapers. There's times when it's like been doing a lot of moving around, and all of a sudden there's fluff falling out the back of the diaper because the diaper fell apart. Just got regular baby powder, creates a layer between you and the
Sounds
diaper.
like a lot
That way
of
the diaper can
trouble.
move without causing a rash. I feel like when I'm wearing a diaper that it's
For
like
your
a
baby.
constant hug from mommy.
Isn't that great? Me and my friend Hannah do the same thing, but we haven't done it together. But Hannah's gonna be my my mom, and we're gonna try that too sometime. So that's gonna be fun. I like that. I think it's special, and I applaud anyone who's themselves, because you should be allowed to do whatever you want. There shouldn't be hatred or angry people.
Oh.
It's normal to be like this. The only people, some people get all crazy conspiracy and nuts, and I don't like that. All right.
Oh, I love it.
Panda's got a real fucking problem.
He's getting upset
I'm just
about
gonna be
it.
honest with you, okay? Clearly, this fucking guy has mental issues. And I can tell you,
And you have
as somebody that's been institutionalized, you should never mock people for mental issues.
You know what?
You think
call
that's fucking...
ever actually mocked him.
You think that makes you a fucking big man? You think that makes you cool? We do a lot of fucked up shit over here. We never mocked anybody with fucking mental issues!
Oh, come on, look, there is a line. There's a line where, hang on, that guy's pretending. That woman's pretending. Come on.
Thing, but we haven't done it together. But Hannah's gonna be my mom, and we're gonna try that too sometime. So that's gonna be fun. I like that. I think it's special, and I applaud anyone who's themselves, because you should be allowed to do whatever you want. There shouldn't be hatred or angry people. It's normal to be like this. The only people so some people get all crazy conspiracy and nuts, and I don't like that. All right, now most of you know that I like cats, but that's beside the point. I do like cats, though, and I don't know why I just said that, because that's not even what I'm about to talk about. It's just always on my mind. Meow. I'm gonna sing a special song. Now, I know a lot of you come here just to hear me sing, because like I told you earlier, just like most people on YouTube, I could have made it and become big in the music business. But I decided I wanted to stay home and be around my old town. And I don't know if they'd accept me wearing a diaper. Oh yeah, they would. Yes, I think they would actually. They'd probably accept me even more. But I'm gonna sing a special song. Today I'm gonna sing for you. It's a good one. The Macarena.
Hey, Flamers. Huh.
I hated that song.
That must have been completely isolated. Surely he wouldn't follow that up with something worse than that, right? Homos. Oh, okay. Surely you're gonna stop there, right? Oh, yeah, Panda's fucking about to lose his goddamn mind.
Come on, everybody out there, come on. I know you're dancing. Hey, snowflakes. LGBTQZY. Hey.
You didn't think. Panda had to get a drink. His voice was starting to crack. Let's go back just a little. Just a little. I want to fucking hear you say that one more goddamn time.
LGBTQZY.
Oh, you fucking motherfucker! You son of a... I'm coming. Panda's getting pissed.
Okay, that's all the singing for today. I hope I was in sync with the song. I got really nervous and then really excited. I felt like someone was tickling me. Oh, it was just my cat. I got 15 cats running around this studio apartment here. Hi, meow. Is there anything else that you guys want to talk about? I hope you watch the video in full. We have to get to 4,000 watch hours, because then we can get approved by YouTube and become YouTube famous. And then we can talk about other topics, and we can, because I want to forever, what I want to do more than anything? I want to talk about the LGC, and I want to talk about people's rights to be whatever they want to be. And what is that? Somebody's outside. Better be careful. It sounded like some Oh, it sounds like somebody might be getting ready to do something.
Oh, fuck, he's funny. But what do you think, Panda? He was funny, wasn't he? Panda. He was funny. You're not happy? Right.
I'm gonna link this fucking video. You see that? I'm gonna fucking link this video. I reported it.
Yeah, of course you
I want you to report it too. Do you got a soul? You know, some people
take
believe
it
in
down,
those
this
things.
guy. He's credible.
Gay people are just people. They're just people. I'm going to give you a little bit of back information about this fucking prick. On his other channel, he always connects gay people to satanic agendas. Super Christian. Super Christian. Passing judgment on all gay people. Saying they're all involved in a satanic agenda to hurt children. Let me fucking tell you something. I came at you, Richie, from Boston. And you're fucking gone. My people helped me do it. I reported your videos for 6 fucking months. And then all of a sudden, I did a little giveaway. And you're fucking gone. You're yesterday's garbage. And you, a call for uprising. Yeah, we'll be focusing on that channel. Not this new clever shit. We're trying to beat the algorithm, but I did learn something. I started putting in my tags. Glitter. Cats. Pandas. Yeah, that's in my tags. I want you to join with me, people. People fucking call us bullies over here. They misunderstand. Not everybody gets the same treatment.
Furries lies
If
matter.
you do something against the community, I'm coming for you. I don't have shit for subs. I've only got like 610 now, I think. It's not a lot.
Wow, I had more
It's
than
not a lot. I don't have a big fucking ego like people who hide their subs.
I had 670 once.
But together we can make a difference. I love YouTube. And together we can keep this fucking trash off of it. Thank you. Please, anybody who has a fucking heart, report this fucking video.
So that's sort of what you called getting triggered is all about these days. Oh, fuck, that's funny. It's funny that the video call for an uprising did. That was hilarious, but that guy made it even 20 times more hilarious by his reaction. Oh, fuck, that's brilliant. That guy's got PSTD now, Cole, because you did that video. Oh, my God. 3 videos he got to do, but this guy got him fucking taken down. Anyway, that's just one of the YouTubers I watch who keep getting terminated, but they keep coming back. Not the panda guy, the cool. Yeah. Anyway, that's sort of what I was going to cover in the first hour of me video. So, geez. There's a song I can play without being copy-cutted. Wow.
You opened up your door. I couldn't believe my luck. You in your new blue dress, taking away my breath. The cradle is soft and warm, couldn't do me no harm. You showed me how to give into temptation, knowing full well the earth will rebel. Into temptation, a muddle of nervous words. Could never amount to betray. Sentences all my own. The price is to watch it fade. And as I turn to go, you look at me for half a second with an open invitation for me to go into temptation, knowing full well the earth will rebel. Into temptation, safe in the wide open arms of hell. We can go sailing in, climb down, lose yourself when you linger long into temptation, where you belong. You can never sleep in the long, slow hours of morning. Experience is cheap. Well, I should have listened to the warning. The cradle is soft and warm. Into temptation, knowing full well the earth will rebel. Into your wide open arms, no way to break the spell. Break the spell. don't tell.
I wish I could play the mouth organ as good as Paul Kelly. God, he's good. Yeah, so no one's here. It's a Thursday night, Tuesday in America. Yeah, so I just thought I'd do a little special about a call for an uprising. Don't know what Richie from fucking Boston's doing lately. I haven't watched him for ages. Since he threw me mate under the bus. Rachel's doing fine anyway. She went through a bit of a fucking rough trot. But she's back on top. What is it called? Overland. Oh God, I've forgotten. Overland Richie channel. That's it. Richie's on a mission. Joel, right? That's right. Yeah, he's really been in jail, you know.
So here we go. For the last couple of years, I've been really trying to find any evidence to prove that Bigfoot is indeed real. Video, bones, anything. Something that I can carve in stone and prove that Bigfoot is not just some sort of a myth or a legend. And recently, one of my subscribers sent me a story that he says is completely legit. And it turns out that this story had already been published in a book by Tom Lyons called Bigfoot Frightening Encounters. This story is insane. And to hear what this story is, you're going to want to sit back, you're going to want to relax, and you're most definitely going to want to check this out.
Lots of good gadgets. Be great living. That's my gadget. I saw it there. Take that through. Such an adventurer. Richie, he saw an alligator. Wow. He's under his car. He actually works.
And before we start this video, I'm going to ask you to hit that subscribe button as well as the little bell next to it so you're notified of all new videos. Here we go.
Sorry, Richie.
So this story takes place in a place called Saratoga, Texas. It's about 26 miles northwest of Beaumont, and it's right next to the Big Thicket National Preserve, which is always a good place for Bigfoot sightings. Now, this story takes place back in the autumn of 2006, and the story centers around two fellas that were lifelong friends, apparently, and one of them was a big-time Texas financial guy out in Houston. Now, the fact that this was published in a book called Bigfoot Frightening Encounters means you got to take it with a grain of salt. And I had never heard the story before until one of my subscribers hit me up and said that this story has a lot more than a grain of salt to it. So I listened to it, and I listened to it again, and then again and again and again. And it was really interesting And to make this into a video was going to take a long time. And I'm on the road, so making a long video is tough to do. But I'm doing it because this story is worth telling if you've never heard it before. It's the first time I've ever heard of anybody actually seeing a live Bigfoot. So here we go. This is the story. The story starts out basically living the American dream. Two college buddies that both work in finance that have known each other obviously since college. One of them states that he is living the American dream. He has the family. He works for a large financial corporation in Texas. And his old college buddy gets transferred to where he works. And he likes this because it's a break from the family life. He gets to go back to the old days, kind of like the frat boy days, and he's hanging with his buddy, kicking it, blah, blah, blah. So one night they're out having...
Sorry. Yeah, I can't play it all. That voice. Oh, sorry, Richie, your voice just... Anyway, I'm going to go and start a new show because this one's not going anywhere. And I might, I always pick bad times. But, I'll, I think I'll go. And I'm going to, maybe I'll come back and do a cooking show. Yeah. I'm going to do some cooking later. Because all I've had is a bowl of Wheat Bix. No, Wheaties. Yeah. Cereal today. And then I got stuck on the booze because I was walking back with all this big fucking luggage, and I got that thirsty, so I grabbed a beer out of my slab, and there you go. Okay, I'll be back. Yeah, Richie, Cole, Panda Bear. Oh, fuck, what a shit show. Anyway, yep. Australia Day in 3 days. There, 26 it is, and yeah, people don't want Australia Day apparently. Oh no. Hello, woe, behold. Okay, I'll be back in about 10 minutes.